Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you tips and tricks in terms of drawing with perspective. So grab your pencils and let's get drawing. We're going to make this really easy. We're actually going to show you how to draw in perspective with regards to a reference point. All you have to do is draw your reference point over here and start by, use a ruler first off and just start by drawing some lines going one way and then going another way. Okay? You can also continue to draw some lines like this. And I promise you there's a reason why this is all coming together, but I am also being a little random with it because the truth is when you draw in perspective, you can actually kind of create any random scape as you wish. So when drawing in perspective, the one thing that you need to remember is that all of your lines will either go up and down, side to side, or back to your perspective spot, your perspective dot, right? All lines will go up and down, side to side, or back. That's all you have to remember. That's the best trick in terms of drawing in perspective. So let's put into practice some of those things that I just mentioned to you. So for example, if you were drawing some of these lines over here like I just did, and of course I'm just cleaning up those lines that I did. Let's say I did an up and down line over here and another line that goes horizontally across. I might start to draw what's looking like a building, right? If I'm going to go up and down, vertical, if you will. Remember, all lines are vertical, horizontal, or to the perspective point. Let's erase this top part. See what I'm doing here? I'm creating the foundation of a building. You can see right here that this actually looks like a nice, well-shaped building. Now, how do we draw the back part of the building? Put your pencil on your perspective point, line up your ruler to this part of the building, and go ahead and draw to your point. That is how you get that building looking like it's meant to be. And it's actually a very nicely shaped building. Now, what if you wanted another building over here? All you had to do was, all you would have to do is create another horizontal line across, another horizontal line over here, and a vertical line over here. You know, try your best to make it as straight as possible. You can get your ruler nice down at the bottom to be straight. I just drew another building. And you can see I'm doing this pretty quickly just to show you the process of the tips and hints that you would use to do this. And that line over there, go to your perspective point, and go here, and go back, right to your point. Erase any overages. That's all you have to do. Now, you might say, well, this building looks like it's floating over there. Sure it does. Let's get a vertical line over here. That's it. Remember, all lines in perspective are going to be horizontal, vertical, or to your perspective point. Even this line that I just drew over here is also going to be horizontal, right? So let's just erase some of the overages. Okay. Now you might say, well, let's get some windows on these buildings. Well, that's pretty easy to do, believe it or not. If you wanted to draw windows on this building, I'm going to get a sharper pencil. And what I'll do is I'll draw a few lines over here. I'll draw a few lines over here. And then with those lines that I just drew, let's go longer. You're also just going to do some vertical lines as well. And vertical over here, and vertical over here. And again, that was a vertical as well as perspective line. I really just drew quickly a four panel window in each of these buildings. And I followed my rules with perspective in doing so. If you wanted to get a window on this side of the building, what you might want to do is, assuming that this point of the building over here is where your window would continue, you could also just get a square window right over here. And in this case, you're not drawing anything in perspective with the perspective line, because you're on this side of the building. Your lines over here are just going to be, you know, literally vertical or horizontal, okay? That's really all you're going to do when drawing on this side of the building. If you want to continue this drawing, you could actually, we'll go back to a different pencil type. You could actually in turn say, hey, you know what? Let's get some nice darker lines over here, and let's actually get ever so slightly over here. We'll get sidewalk. That's what we're drawing. Your sidewalk is going to have two lines to the perspective point, and you're going to go horizontal, one, and you're going to start to go back, back, back. The trick with doing a, I think the trick with doing a sidewalk is, as you move back, your lines will go shorter and shorter, just because naturally as you go back, they will get shorter and shorter. So, you know, you can do a sidewalk. You can also draw like lines in the middle of the road. Now, if you are going to draw lines in the middle of this road, what you want to do is make sure you're at the middle. In this case, the middle would probably be right around here. I'm just ballparking it, but draw a dot at the middle of your road. Go back, just like that, and then just draw a few empty spaces as you go back. And then what you might want to do is just, your road might have these like kind of lines, right? Now, of course, I'm just being really rough with this and being a bit quick with it, but you know, you can certainly take your time and draw some nicer lines as you go back. And then you could do the same on the other side, which I probably went a little too quickly over there, but I'm just trying to show you how to draw these lines, right? So, you know, that's how you would kind of draw the road, the sidewalk. When drawing in perspective, all lines are going to go back to your perspective point, vertical or horizontal. That's really what you need to know in terms of remembering how to draw in perspective. I did the cityscape as an example. I mean, a very rough building, a sidewalk, a road, etc. But if you want to really try this out and create a whole detailed drawing in perspective, I encourage you to do so. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the tips. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.